Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And yes, your hell hasn't frozen over. I've cracked open World of Tanks again. Uh, After a long period of trying to play War Thunder, I just couldn't get into it, unfortunately. I like the graphics, I think the tanks look great. The maps aren't too terrible, but the more I played it, especially in the realistic mode, the more I just kept getting one-shot killed by everything and I just couldn't hack it. I After playing both of these games for like over 5 years each, I the grind in War Thunder is just too slow, and I mean, there's like they keep adding new branches all the time, and it was just too much. Like it was too much to try and grind through to get to the tanks that I wanted to showcase on the channel. I tried contacting their partnership program again, and now I'm receiving stone silence after I was talking with them earlier in the year. So I guess I'm not going to get any support from War Thunder anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get the same kind of support from War Thunder, which is giving me, or from World of Tanks, which is getting me close to zero. So yeah, I guess it is what it is. Like the channel's probably just going to revert back to World of Tanks at this point. I This is my first game back in over like probably a year and a half. It's been a long time since I've really played this game, and I think this is my tier 9 T54 lightweight. I like this tank better when it was at tier 8. I like the light tanks better before they started messing with their rates of fire and their pen values and everything else they did, but that's always been a World of Tanks thing. But yeah, so I guess War Thunder's off the table and World of Tanks is back on the table, and I'm not sure what else is maybe going to pop up on the channel. I did a video about one of my model tanks last week, and yeah, we'll have to see what else I think is going to be appropriate for the channel, I suppose. So in this game, I managed to pull off my last light tank mission for the T28, which has been ongoing for years. So I finally got that taken care of, and so spoiler alert on that one. Here I am shooting at this. It's an M48 pattern. No, M46 pattern. And the gun is still good enough to get through the upper lower plate. And one more in there. Yeah, the lightweight, I've always liked it because it's fast, it's low profile, and it kind of had a turret that might be able to block something at some point. I used to play this a lot in team battles when it was at tier 8, and it was really fun. I kind of wish it would go back to the way it was. It never will, and it seems like team battles are pretty much dead now. If you want to get into anything, it looks like it's all skirmish stuff. I've noticed that they've added a whole bunch of new tanks. Like there's endless amount of stuff to grind in World of Tanks. It's like World of Grind, I guess now. So more Swedish stuff, weird Swedish stuff with turrets. It's all a lot of it's pretty new. I don't know what all this blueprint crap is after. The one thing I do like that they added is I can never play on mines again, which is nice, especially at tier 10. Like I don't understand why they seem incapable of getting rid of Malinovka and mines for tier 10 or tier anything from tier 5 up. Like there's certain maps that, after 8 years I thought they would have been able to get rid of and just kind of do the right thing and get rid of them that way, but they're not doing that. They're making it so you can have one, and then if you pay for a premium account, you can get another one off there. So that's interesting. The game still functionally is pretty much the same. I still don't like all the zoom levels, so I actually reverted my tank back to the 2 zoom level thing. I just maybe if I play enough with the more zoom levels, I'll get to liking it at some point, but I still kind of just like the 2 zoom levels. Maybe I'm just really old school when it comes to that. I've noticed that a bunch of the maps have been changed. What's the other map? I can't remember the name of it, but some decent improvements. I think they still gotten rid of Stalingrad. I actually like that map. I didn't have any problems with it, but I think they've gotten rid of it. People were complaining about it. So I managed to slip a shot from that guy there. And I'm just going to try and zip around all the way around here and see if I can shoot this T-30 in the side if he's still sitting over here. And poof, there he is. I don't know what he's doing really. Tank can still shoot in the move pretty good. He doesn't seem too content with moving his turret around, so I'm just going to keep shooting him. And now he's dead. And see if I can get another shot into the, what is it, tier 10 or tier 9. Maybe he's at tier 10. Middle mouse tank. And try and shoot him here, but no! I'm going to shoot my friend because he drives right in front of me. I was going to get more damage from that, or maybe you try and kill him there, but I didn't end up getting him. So, not the worst result in the world. Ended up getting the win out of it, and passed the LT-15 mission. So that's good. So now I just have to try and do that with the tank destroyers, which I don't have any good tank destroyers. I have like a Ferdinand with the bad gun, and I just cringe every time I have to play it because it's kind of, the game is past the Ferdinand on, and it's not a fun tank to play. Maybe unless you get some city map where no one can flank you, or it's just so immobile and so bad. It's really not a pleasure to play at all. I'm really not enjoying the Ferdinand. I regret kind of going down that line. It's probably better to just play those high power invisible tanks with the huge guns and the turrets than it is to play the Ferdinand. I think they just need to give it another 100,000 hit points. Maybe that'll make it so it can survive. So ended up doing not too bad there. Got a lot of spotting damage from some of the driving around shenanigans I did. I think I ended up actually getting like top on experience in the map. Not on damage, but almost got a couple kills. But a little bit, I didn't hold my shots long enough. I just tried to rack up damage and spot tanks. So not too bad of a game for my first game back after a pretty damn long time. And I'm trying to figure out, I have about 6.6 mil credits, and I've got to figure out what tier 10 I want to buy. I've got a bunch unlocked, like the E5. What's the Pike Nose tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm getting pretty close to unlocking the tier 10 AMX as well, AMX 30. So that would be interesting. This is me making it so I don't have to play mines again. They should honestly make that about 5 or 6 different things so they can just kind of get the clue in that no one likes to play a bunch of these maps. So yeah. Here I was playing in a platoon, and that's the best way to play World of Tanks, to be honest, in a platoon when you're talking with your friends and running into rocks and stuff like that. That actually plugged into my headphone at this point in a poor way, and I didn't set up shadow play again, so the audio is not very good. So I'm gonna try and talk over it and turn the volume down so it doesn't sound too bad for you guys. And this is one of the maps that I think could probably go and no one would be too sad. I hate this map. I've never liked it really. I'm in the normal T54, which is a tier 9 medium tank, and it's been around for a long time. Anyone not familiar with it, I don't know if you've been hiding under a rock or something, but it's going to side scrape out a little bit. Best thing about the T54 is the turret, and the upper plate's got 120, so it sometimes can bounce some stuff more so than a lot of the even tier 10 medium tanks in the game. I actually like it a lot. Sometimes I like it even more than the T62 because I have the T62 as well as the object. What's the other one? Not the 430. Object 140. That's the one. Yeah, I'm a little bit slow. I don't remember all the tank names. What's going on? Yeah, so I kind of would like to go through and get the Object 430 at tier 9 because I think that would be the kind of tank I like to play, which is a little bit more up close, a little bit more carousel-y in the action, and supporting the team, shooting at stuff a little closer, not hiding in the back and sniping. And there's a certain types of tanks I like to play, and the T54 and that tank I think would be one of them. I'm trying to figure out which tanks I want to try and go down, and I ended up getting blasted there for 400 damage. So medium tanks are the ones I like the best. I used to like light tanks more, obviously, but I'm still a medium tank guy and probably a heavy tank guy. The tank destroyers I have a real hard time getting into. It's just I don't like the gameplay of how they play, and managed to get shot there, which is not great. Trying to get another shot in there, and well, I think that got eaten by gravel. So yeah, playing with some of my friends. I haven't played with Coffee Run for a long time, which is pretty cool. And I'm gonna try and put up at least a couple of videos a week, just fun games I've been playing. Had another good game in my AMX30, which was I think my second game back, and did all right on that game. Um, that's the tier 9 French medium tank, and yeah,
Alright, I'm blinking at Jaeger.
shouldn't be firing heat rounds right now, but I got a little bit lazy and just decided I'm just gonna shoot. So boom, 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 and then someone else takes them out, so that's good. And what else is going on with me? Not too much. I'm starting an overlanding channel on Instagram and YouTube, so that'll be pretty exciting about some camera gear, and I'm looking forward to doing a bit of that, which should be fun and kind of diversifying what I'm doing. Pixel Panzers, I'm done a slight bit of rejigging on the design a little bit more. I'm going to convert it not maybe, but it is going back to just being a turn-based game again as opposed to being a real-time game. And a little bit of frame rate loss there. I don't know how or why. And then I get crushed by an E5.
Oh no!
I
It got
thought the
crushed.
ending to this game was kind of funny. I was actually
Oh.
laughing. I thought it was pretty good. It's always fun to be run over by another heavy tank.
Cat, when's the
We
last
kind
time
of
you
had this
played
game
it?
in the bag, so I just
It's
decided to
been
go in there
about
and
a
blast away.
year or two.
But yeah,
Doing okay though.
I've got
Pretty
too
funny
much else
fun
to
as well.
say. I'd just like
Yeah.
to thank
Lots of
everyone
games, man.
for sticking with me.
Yeah,
I know
I've never played
I'm not
against
getting a lot of
vehicles in
penetration
duels where
nowadays with
somebody's
the uh, the
spirited
audience
thing.
view counts and stuff, but
Yeah,
you know, the more videos you make, the more YouTube likes to promote your videos, and so more people
Yeah,
will actually
cater
watch
you
them
on.
and
I've
stuff.
never
Because
seen that
for the
before
most
either.
part, unless someone hits the bell
Yeah, I'm the
icon,
ones that kept
no one
bouncing
really
and
watches
like
your videos from the
batteries.
subscription feed because
Oh,
so many people have so many
okay.
subscriptions. Your stuff gets lost so
Okay.
badly.
Yeah, real.
So if you want to see the stuff I'm
Yeah,
posting,
fair
you
enough.
got to hit the bell icon
Yeah,
because
both
otherwise you're
got
just not going to see it.
9 over the Saudis and 5 over the
And
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to be trying to put them out videos a
Exactly.
fair bit more often now. It'll be mostly World of Tanks,
They keep
which
they keep
some people
moving
will
it
like,
so
other
it's
people will probably
yeah, it's
hate.
fun. Oh,
And
that makes me happy.
um,
So
I'll be posting a little bit of progress stuff on Pixel Panzers as well. And see there, ended up getting top on the team in experience, not bad. Like third on the team in damage for, you know, kind of an average game,
All right,
trying to
thanks.
figure out how to play again. And you see this one here, that's the Tier 8 T54 lightweight. That is a real beast. That was the best one right there. Um, anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to see my videos. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.